Now let us continue this crusade against these worthless mutants and their enabling owners. Dog bites an 8-year-old girl's face after the girl tried to hug the dog, tried to show affection to the dog. And because these worthless mutts are not receptive to emotions, affection, love, they don't understand it, this worthless mutant bites the girl in her face, scarring her for life. This is the type of thing that I am saying we as adults should prevent from happening to any child. Let me repeat what I said on the previous video. I will gladly get rid of 80, 90 million mutts to protect one child. That is how much more valuable one child is compared to 90 million mutts. I don't care if it's 200 million or billion mutts. They are permanently worthless to humans and worthless, toxic to this planet. The planet itself would be better off without dogs. Now I've digressed and I haven't even gotten started. Liani Rivera, 8 years old, received stitches after she was bitten by a dog at school on May 9th. The little girl's lip was split open down to her chin, and a gash on her cheek cut through the muscle. Since the attack, she has only been able to eat and drink out of a syringe. End quote. Now, how is it possible that an adult is allowed to bring dogs into a classroom full of children when it has been publicized by all experts that dogs usually attack children? They prefer to attack children. So our children are gathered in a school and your bright idea is to bring a worthless child mauling predator into the classroom, and you actually let the kids hug that worthless mutt. This should never happen to any child. Continuing on with this article, a volunteer reader named Ann Ardell brought the dogs, believed to be either chows or Akitas, and invited the students to pet them. But when Liani tried to hug one of them, she says the dog attacked. I tried to lean in for a hug and the dog just bit me on the face, Liani said. I was crying and it was really painful. After reading to the children, the couple allowed the kids to pet the dogs and didn't anticipate one of them would bite a student. End quote. This is the stupidity of dog nuts that infuriates me, that drives me nuts. Why wouldn't this hit an adult as a possibility that the dog could bite one of the kids? How dare you say something so stupid? Actually, it should be a part of the public educational system to teach kids never to hug or kiss dogs. If you're going to have this dog nut culture, at least take some steps towards precaution. Notice how this society does nothing to educate people on how to deal with dogs, at least according to how they think you should deal with them. The public schools themselves should teach kids never approach dogs. Stay away from dogs. Dogs prefer to attack you. Attorneys have filed a lawsuit on behalf of Liani's family, claiming that both organizations failed to supervise the two dogs that visited Liani's second grade class. No, the failure was bringing the dog into the school, period. Supervising does nothing. Again, kids are usually attacked by dogs when an adult is present. Adults are usually present when kids are bitten or attacked. It is the presence of the dog that is irresponsible. Every time these dog nuts bring dogs around kids, they invite kids to pet the dog as if petting dogs actually benefits those kids in some way. It does nothing for you or anybody else other than significantly increase your chances of getting mauled. Any creature that is known for biting you if you hug it doesn't deserve to be hugged. Right? Kissing it, you have no business hugging or kissing something that does not interpret your gesture as affection. What are you doing it for? Just for yourself, for your own personal pleasure. I have to keep hammering this point home because to me, it is a revolutionary type of discovery. These dog nuts, their main rant is love, love, love from the dog. That is false. I invite any of you dog behaviorists to challenge me on this, to refute this. I've challenged you several times already. These mutts are not receptive to no love. All the love you're talking about you get from that dog is actually coming from you. Quote, the mother said, I just want to see a change and to make sure this doesn't happen to any other child, end quote. Now, the only way to prevent this from happening to other kids is to outlaw dog ownership. Family attorney Matthew Clark said, you never expect the dog to bite somebody. Dogs are unpredictable, end quote. Let me repeat that. Quote, you never expect the dog to bite somebody. Dogs are unpredictable, end quote. It is embarrassing to see a lawyer say something this stupid. This person sounds like a dog nut. If dogs are unpredictable, which they are, then you always expect them to bite someone. Aren't you admitting that the dog might bite someone when you say it's unpredictable? If not, then what do you mean it's unpredictable? Unpredictable how? That it might bite someone? So why say that no one expects, you never expect the dog to bite somebody? This is what drives me crazy. This is that dog nut stupidity that drives me nuts. This is the root of the problem. People have this idea in their mind of how dogs are and they impose it onto the dog. And their idea is not confirmed by reality, not confirmed by the dog's actual behavior. This is an epidemic, epic proportions. Their mindset is, oh, it's family. It's harmless. He won't bite. He wouldn't harm a fly. He's a sweetheart. And it's all nonsense. These are deadly predators with very bad tempers. And they act on these false traits and expose other people to the danger the dogs present based on these false traits that they impose onto dogs. Police say that the dog that bit her was quarantined and released on May 11th. Now, she was bit on May 9th. 2 days later, they released that mutt. Right? Get a load of that. This child is scarred for life. Why wasn't that mutt put down? Scarred physically and mentally. And this worthless mutt is still alive, free to continue freeloading off of our tax dollars and our labor, free to attack another child. What do you think that dog would do to you if you hurt one of its puppies in the way this dog hurt this child, one of your offspring? It will maul you. Yet these mutants are free to attack our kids and not suffer one scratch and actually continue to be pampered by society. These dog laws are not only embarrassing, they are infuriating. Everything about this stupid dog nut culture infuriates me. I really made this channel to vent, right? I just was forced to segue into detail about why I hate these worthless mutts. And these are the types of things I needed to vent about. This stupidity, it never fails to blow my mind. The future generation will read about this era in shock at our stupidity. You don't jump off the roof of a home or a building and act surprised when you break a limb. You don't create the conditions for things to happen and act surprised when they happen. What do you mean you don't expect the dog to bite somebody? If it's present in the grocery store, in the home, in the community, anywhere around our kids, which they should not be, the possibility is there. Before I researched any statistics on dog bites, I knew full well anytime you're in the presence of a mutt, the possibility is there. How could a person with this type of privilege to bring dogs into a school full of kids not tell the kids as soon as he got there, do not try to hug the dogs, do not try to kiss the dogs, as if bringing the dogs into the school wasn't reckless enough, wasn't criminal enough. This has been publicized by all experts. Dogs do not like hugs. Hugging dogs is a huge reason why many kids are attacked. This idiot brings a mutt into the classroom, invites the kids over, and lets the kids hug that mutt. How irresponsible is this? The school itself should represent a location where kids reside. That is what it is. It's a location where kids reside, just like a neighborhood. So just like we deal with the school, we should deal with our home, our community, our grocery stores, dentist offices, hospitals, everything else. Dogs have no place in these areas, no place in our society at all. Allowing dogs into our homes, our communities, should be a violation of the law. I had a nightmare a few nights ago. I'm in a warehouse. Hundreds of other people are there. The scene is chaotic. People coming into the building covered in blood, screaming. I have no idea what's going on. So I looked through the window. The window was actually located on the floor. I look outside and I see piles of bloody human bones still forming. In other words, bones were still flying into the pile when I saw them. Right? So I look over. Mutts are mauling every human in sight. And as soon as I saw that, this is a vivid, very vivid dream. One of those dreams you remember long after you wake up. As soon as I saw that, someone next to me said, it's a dog bug, a parasite, had infected the dogs, and the parasite was actually harmless previously. Parasite was common in dogs, but it mutated, and now it sends dogs into an uncontrollable rage. They attack every human on sight. They do not stop attacking. And this is the point where I woke up. Every time my dream gets uncomfortable or disturbing, I end up waking up. And as soon as I woke up and I recalled the dream in full, it immediately dawned on me that this is exactly what is happening right now. The consistency of dog attacks is steady. There are no breaks. Several people are being bitten and mauled right now. And these dog nuts want to force you to hope that their dog is not one of those dogs that mauls you or your family. And I see it as a violation of our right to live in peace, our right to live in a safe environment. When you bring deadly creatures that bite millions of people each year into the community, it infringes on other people's right to live in peace. It is a violation of people's safety. Everybody has the right to feel safe in their community. This is a human right. The dog owner's personal relationship with the dog is irrelevant. You owe a responsibility to the people in your community when you decide to live in a community. Now this guy's neighbor has a pit bull, and this mutt basically keeps him and his family in constant fear. Every time they go outside, they have to face the possibility of getting mauled or seeing his children get mauled. No matter how responsible these owners claim to be. It is wrong to expect other people to be as welcoming as you are to a deadly predator with a consistent reputation of attacking people, especially kids. Outright insanity. I could go over this insanity a million times. I never get used to it. The right to own dogs, they have this right where it's our right to own dogs. That right is nowhere near as important as the right to live in peace. If you're going to live in a community, like I said, you have a responsibility to the safety of those people and the kids in your community. You do not have the right to jeopardize other people's safety, especially to the point where they are fearful to walk outside or let their kids outside and play outside like free human beings. This is an outrage. Dogs will escape. I don't want to hear from you dog nuts who claim to be responsible. Shut your mouths. Close to 10 million dogs and cats are lost or stolen in this country alone every year. These mutts will dig under fences. They will dart out of the door at top speed as soon as the door opens. They will somehow break free from leashes and so forth. Human error is always present. It's mandatory. You're going to have human error. And when these mutts escape, the biggest problem is not that the dog might get hit by a car or attacked by another dog. See, these dog nut websites, when they talk about dogs that get lost or break free, they talk about the danger that it presents. And they never talk about the possibility of that dog attacking someone. The biggest problem is that it might attack someone or someone's child. I would rather the dog get hit by a car than to end up mauling the helpless. Again, no matter how responsible they claim to be, several dogs will continue to escape from their owner's property only to end up mauling someone or someone's child. Now, Canine Aversion made a video a few days ago that I strongly recommend. I strongly recommend people listen to Canine Aversion's videos. Excellent work. She shows a video clip or several clips that show dogs attacking kids based on nothing more than a predatory instinct. Mutts don't even have to be hungry. The child doesn't even have to be moving. They can be standing still. Dogs spot kids and they attack. Right? Doesn't even have to be moving. This is a major reason, on top of the others, to ban dog ownership. There is a litany of things, reasons that are legit to outlaw dog ownership. Dogs of all sizes. Again, the dog that attacked this toddler was small, and had that mutt not been run off, it would have inflicted life-threatening damage to that child. Any creature that attacks our youth like this should not be trusted anywhere in our communities. What is wrong with us? We should protect our youth with fire, vigor. Don't harm one hair on the head of our youth. And we're compromising their safety for these worthless mutants. No amount of doggy love or companionship that you dog nuts claim dogs provide is worth these types of sacrifices. Period. There is no argument. These are just some of the reasons why dogs should be illegal to own. And they will be illegal to own at some point in the future. Thanks to the internet, thanks to social media, dog culture has never faced the level of opposition that it faces today, and it will only get worse with time.